You look gorgeous.
Just make sure you stay out of that shot. Otherwise, go ahead. Go ahead when you're ready.
Great. Hey guys, welcome back to Focus TV Network. We are here on hashtag Harry and Kelly in West Hollywood, California.
And we're here with the beautiful and delightful Chance Cessna. She is the current Miss Bel Air 2018. She is an author of Destiny Unstoppable, and she is a TV host and coach. We are so excited to have her.
Yes, she's a coach, she's a master.
Yes, Chance. Chance Cessna. What a gorgeous name,
Yeah, it is.
Oh, wow. Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me and just showing me so much love. I really love Focus TV, and Harry and Kelly, you guys are killing it. Okay?
Oh, really?
Coming
Yeah.
from you, that means...
Yeah, I've been watching you guys. Come on. I've been checking you out.
Oh, you've been watching. Oh, yeah, well, I hope we make you laugh.
I'm all nervous.
Yeah.
She got nervous. She's a pro.
No, don't be nervous.
Well, so Harry and I were saying how we've never taken hosting classes, and we probably should. And you teach a master class on camera classes. Do you want to talk about the classes that you offer at your studio?
Yes, well, I teach a TV hosting masterclass, and it's so much fun. And to be able to be in a position to just give back and train up other aspiring hosts, because one of the biggest questions I get is how do you break into hosting? How do you become a TV host? You know, which route do you take? And for me, I started off as a news reporter, so I was working in news and I was working in radio. So that's where I got my start. I was working in Washington, D.C. because that's where I went to college. I went to George Washington University in
Smart
D.C.
girl.
Yeah, that's not an easy school to get into.
No, you know what? Yeah, it was real hard. I barely made it through, but you know, I made it through, and it was a blessing. But it was real thin. You know,
made it. You got the degree. Bam. There you go.
I got the degree, but
you got the degree.
So she's brilliant too. There we go.
Oh my God.
So I started my career there, and you know, I interned with a lot of different places, with the CW Television Network, with an affiliate of CBS News. So I really just dug my heels in deep to get as much experience as I could, and then from there I began to evolve, and I moved out of news now because it was a little challenging doing news, especially nowadays.
So
Being a news reporter, it's not easy.
You have to be like natural and not have that much emotion, right?
Yeah, you really, you know, I love people so much. So I would like, when I was doing some stories, I would like find myself like tearing up and crying. And I'm like, I'm too emotionally connected to
and you're
these
not allowed.
people.
If they cry, if you cry, they cut.
No, yeah.
Or if you're happy, they got like the
you got to be pretty, you know.
almost a robot.
Yeah.
Almost.
She got a little personality.
Yes.
But not too much. And it's funny because one of the last radio jobs I had, they said, you know, you have a little too much personality to be a news reporter.
What?
And they were just like, can you just tone
That's a compliment.
But it was a compliment at the time.
Yes.
But he's like, can you like tone down the personality? And I was like, okay, I'll try my best to. But it just showed me like I'm just meant to be a TV host, a talk show host, you know, not just a news reporter. But it was my start.
What you said, I think, is the key to hosting. You love people.
Yes.
And I think that in and of itself, that is what I think. That's why I do it. I'm sure that's why Harry does
I
it
do.
too.
I love all humankind. That's the thing.
I hope so.
I'm a philanthropic host.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's awesome. Or is he lying? Are you kidding me? He's kidding me right now.
Just take it how you want.
Yeah. I made myself. I just upped myself.
Who's talking about
Yeah.
Okay. I can rock with that. I can rock with that.
That's so amazing.
Yes.
And so in your classes, do you have any, you know, go-to tips or what not to do?
Like, what have we done wrong so far?
Oh, no, you guys have absolutely perfect.
Really?
No, you guys have been doing great. The set is great. The look is great. The feel is great. I think one of the first steps, well, I teach several steps in the master class, but we talk about branding your image. We talk about how to seek out opportunities, because sometimes you have to create your own path and create your own way, and you can be in a position where you're gifted and you're talented, but you're not getting the callbacks maybe when you go to those auditions. And I know I personally experienced that. You know, after I graduated from college, I applied to work at maybe over 1,500 news stations as a reporter, and I had a great reel, I had great content, but nobody was coming back. And it's like, what do I do in the meantime when I'm not getting the callbacks?
Yes.
And this is something that so many people, whether you're a TV host, whether you're an actor, you know, if you're a talented person, if you're a creative person, you have to find out what to do in between gigs. So I teach my students how to balance entrepreneurship and being a TV host, so you can work both for your advantage.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sign us up.
Right now, sign me up.
Masterclass. We'd go
You
straight
guys
to
would be
the.
great. No, we probably can bring you guys in as some experts. You know, maybe you guys can be like special guests. Because
Nobody's ever told me I'm an expert before.
yeah, bring you guys in as special guests. Absolutely.
They said I'm advanced, maybe, but not an expert.
You're an expert.
Oh,
You have to own
thank
it.
You. Thank you.
Then
time to
you're
start
like the
owning
god.
it.
If we're experts, then you're the
No,
god of
no,
hosting.
no.
Got it.
No,
so
stop it. I'm just grateful to be able to do what I do and do it with joy and passion.
And you're doing it while you're reigning as a beauty queen, and then
Yes.
also you have a huge opportunity coming up. Are we allowed to talk about it? With the
Yeah,
big network.
Yes. Yeah.
allowed
Network life.
Yeah, absolutely. So earlier this year, well, I guess every year, NBC does a search for a new TV host to bring into their network. They partner with ABFF. So out of thousands of candidates, you know, they'll have people submit their audition tapes in. And honestly, I wasn't going to submit a tape at first because I'm like, you know, I don't have to, you know, like, why? But I realized I was standing in my own way. And I'm like, one of my good friends was like, just send the tape. Like, if you audition for everything else. So I sent in my audition tape, and about 3 weeks later, I got a call from NBC. And so I'll be starting the program. Now, it's just a program, it's not a show, but it's just like a talent development program.
That's great. So, and in those 3 weeks, you forgot about it, right?
I totally forgot. That's what when I auditioned.
You don't expect to get these. It's just for fun, you know? I mean, you do expect it, but you understand what I mean.
Yeah, you just have to have fun with it and
Yeah.
not think about it too seriously. So that's what I do with all my auditions. After I leave the audition, I'm done with it. I don't think about it and worry like, oh, I messed up here. You just let it go.
Let it go.
Just let it
Let
go
it go,
and live
let
your
it go.
life
I think
and
another
have
tip.
fun.
I think life is all about letting it go and not like letting it just
Get too much in your head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forget about it. Move on.
What are the
Yeah.
worst things you see novice hosts doing? Things that they shouldn't do? Do you have any like? Don't.
Yeah, I would definitely share because I got started as a TV host really young. I started hosting my first little teen talk show when I was 15 years old.
Oh.
So I was really young. It was a local talk show in my hometown. So I had to learn everything really fast because I didn't have the training. That was before I went to school for journalism. So I think one of the biggest things that if you're serious about being a host and your career, number one is have a good set. Have a really, really great set because just like you guys, you know, were you hosting before this?
I started. Yeah. Kelly was
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
We started doing our own
But not
things at
good
the same
sets.
time.
Not good sets.
Yeah. Well, you weren't honest.
No, I wasn't honest. I was at travel.
And when I mean sets is no, everyone doesn't have the money to maybe afford a set like this. This is a beautiful set here, but
Yeah, it's
just
great. I love
have a
it. We got this
clean-
new couch.
Yeah, it's beautiful, but just
Fancy.
have a clean set, a clean background as much as you can, great audio, great lighting, and then if you have the personality, it's just going to come natural. So if it's just really putting you in the right setting. And I say that because I remember looking at some tapes for some auditions. I was like working as a casting director, and for these tapes, people were, you know, doing shows like in their bedroom with all these clothes hanging in the background, and it was just really messy and really dirty. But just keep a clean set so they can focus on you and your talent, so you can really be able to shine without those distractions.
Ooh, great tip. That's a great
Yes.
tip. Just
Yeah.
relax.
That's
into
just one
yourself.
tip, though. That's not like the first thing, but that's just
Yes.
one tip.
One tip. I like it. I
Yeah,
like it.
and so people say you want to establish your brand. Is that having a certain hairstyle or a certain? Because you see, like Conan O'Brien. Oh yeah.
You have your brand here, your look, very clean,
Harry's
very
got his-
polished.
Harry's got his brand going.
Well, so does Kelly. She's got.
Mine's like,
You got that cool. The hair. The hair looks cool.
no, I just didn't wash my hair. You know?
Oh yeah, hipster. She's got the hipster thing going on.
Yeah, I think a part of your brand is your look, but that's just one element of it. You know what I mean? Of course, you want to have a great look. You want to have a polished look, but you
Yeah.
also want to be able to have a look that reflects your personal style and, you know, your personality. Because I remember one time someone was like, "Well, maybe I should, you know, change my hair and just really tone it down." But no, you know, have the personality, keep all of that. And, you know, just develop your brand. You know, that goes for your website. Having a updated website, you know, not a website where you click on it and the link's broken or it hasn't been updated in 5 years. Keep everything updated. Have like I said, updated websites, have your updated headshots. So when you can submit, you know, everything's just up to date and you just are polished, you're ready. You know what I mean? You want to be ready for the moment. You want to be ready for the opportunity. And you don't want any hindrance to stand in the way. So.
Ooh, like that.
Something that I've learned, I think, which is this is my opinion. I'm not saying I'm the right, you said I am an expert.
You are an expert. You're on the show. You have a show. You're an expert.
I think the key thing is listening. I think one of the biggest things is listening to the other person and not talking over them.
That is the most important thing when you are doing interviews, especially in a format like this, where we're having a conversation, and so many times people they anticipate the next question or the next answer, and they're in their head, and they don't take the time to listen. So that is a very, very important tip: listening.
Be in the moment. Care what the person.
Yeah, just be in the moment. You know.
Yeah.
I'm in the moment right now.
Oh, I can tell.
I'm in the moment.
I'm having fun with you.
I'm full blown listening. I'm listening to everything that's going on.
So your new book that's coming out soon.
Oh, yes.
Oh my goodness, yes, I have a new book coming out called Destiny Unstoppable: How to Be Fearless in Pursuit of Your Destiny. I am so excited about this project because I've been working on it for so many years, and I'm finally able to birth what has been inside of me, what I have just had. It's like my little baby, and I can share it to the world. And ultimately, what this book is about, it's about how to crush your fear, how to make your fears serve you and not be in a position where you have to bow down to fear anymore. I believe that this book is for this next generation of leaders, and even the generations after that, that want to be culture shifters, that want to be game changers, that want to be world changers. This book will empower you to do that. And I really believe that this book has resurrection power to resurrect hopes, resurrect dreams, resurrect every dormant thing that has been inside of you, and push it in a place and birth it in a place where it can flourish. And you can be happy and you can be fulfilled in your life, in your career, in your friendships, you know, and all those things. So I'm very, very much looking forward to it, and it comes out this summer.
Whoa.
Wow, I am rocked. That just rocked me.
Wow.
I am running to the bookstore. Oh my gosh.
It comes out this summer, yes.
Is this your first published
This
work?
is my first published book.
That's great.
This is so exciting.
This is
We're gonna
huge.
throw you a book party.
Okay, please.
Yeah.
I would
Oh
love
my
that because I don't
gosh.
have one yet.
Yeah, someone called the bookstore. We're throwing a party at Barnes & Noble.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
getting a disco ball at Barnes.
Look,
That's what
let's
we're
make
doing.
it happen because the book will be available in Barnes & Noble, on Amazon, and other media outlets.
That's so exciting.
So
That's
we're gonna
so
have
competitive. And so you're talking about letting the fear fuel you. You're using the fear as a form of strength because you're trying to fight the fear, and by doing that, you're winning, right?
Yes, you're winning. And ultimately, this book talks about the science of winning. Winning is a science. It's something that you have to study because it takes a lot of strategy, and you have to know how to navigate. So once you get that strategy down, you can win in every single area of your life. I believe to win and the will to win is a DNA of every human soul and the DNA of every human being. So I'm just ready to win. This is a book for winners.
We're beyond ready to win.
I'm pumped.
Before I was slightly ready. Now I will. Now I will.
Yeah,
no matter
Oh
what.
my gosh, Chance,
Yes,
you are a
thank you so
delight.
much.
I am so pumped up for life right now. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for being. It was such an honor to
Yes.
have you on the
Yes,
show.
Thank you
You
Yes.
are
so
just
much.
a brilliant, amazing woman, and we can't wait to talk to you more.
Yes.
Thanks, guys, for watching this episode of #Harry